does a rock plunge a kingdom into 15 years of chaos and war? Not this rock, obviously. The year is 1120, and Henry I has given the King of France a bloody nose. Now his son and heir William Adelin is established as Duke of Normandy, and they're preparing to return to England in triumph. The newly refurbished white ship waits to take the king home, but he generously leaves it to the prince and sails in another vessel. The prince lingers a while in port, gets in wine for everybody aboard, and they all get plastered. The king's nephew, Stephen, disembarks, feeling uneasy. Some say because of the drunken crew, some say because of diarrhea. The rock I mentioned is waiting just a couple of miles off the shore, barely submerged by the water. The drunken occupants of the ship want to overtake the king, so they shoot out of the harbour swifter than a winged arrow and slam right into it. Now you remember that drunken chef from the Titanic that got so hammered it saved his life? That's not what happens here. The prince drowns. The king's only other legitimate child is his daughter Matilda, so the king makes everybody swear she can be queen twice. Stephen wants to be the first to pledge his loyalty. A few years later, the king dies after a lamprey overdose. Don't ask. So Stephen rushes to London to get himself crowned. Forces loyal to Matilda march off to war, and the country is plunged into chaos. The conflict drags on for so long that eventually Matilda's son Henry inherits the fight. He marries Eleanor of Aquitaine, a certified MILF, mum who inherited lots of France, and confronts Stephen in a glorious final battle. But the nobles on both sides are so fed up that they refuse to fight. So a deal is made. Stephen can be king, but once he dies, it's Henry's turn. 15 years of war from one poorly placed rock. Join me on YouTube for the whole crazy story.